Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. It's Saturday, the day I like to encourage reading and talk about books. I'm going to talk about a couple of them today. We're going to talk about A Time to Kill by John Grisham. We're going to talk about Urban Legends by Thomas Craughwell. Those are the two books we're going to discuss today. Drinking out of a Tigger mug. This Tigger was originally in a book first, the Winnie the Pooh books, before they became famous and all over the place. So let's get right on with it today. A Time to Kill, John Grisham's first book that he wrote. And I've seen where he says this character, Jake Brigance, who is the main character of this book, and he's been in a couple other books, is John Grisham's favorite character that he writes about, and the most autobiographical character of John Grisham's. Now, he got the idea because what if somebody that you cared about was raped and you took the law into your own hands? That's what the story is about. And what's the legal aspects and stuff? And then you throw in the racial tensions and those kind of things of the Deep South. And just a really good book. I enjoyed this one. That's why I read it again before I donated off. Again, this was Grisham's first book, not the first one published, but the first one he wrote, and just a fun, good legal thriller read. Really enjoyed this one. And then the other book that I had this week, Urban Legends, I've been sort of reading. As you can see, it's a pretty big book. 666 absolute true stories that happened to a friend of a friend of a friend. And these are all these urban legends. And I was surprised, again, there's 666 of them in here. The book is almost 700 pages long, and they're just short little stories. But I was surprised at how many of these I have heard during my life. And there's all sorts of ones about, you've probably heard them too, about, oh, this happened, and the woman that was calling and flagged down the car, and then the stranger stops and saves the baby, and then it's like, where's the woman? And the woman is actually dead in the car with the husband. It was the ghost that flagged down the car. Or the kidneys being stolen out of when you're in the bathtub, or a whole bunch of other different ones where you're knocked unconscious and you wake up and something's missing or something's done, and ghosts and weird things happening. Just a ton of those like stories. And I was just amazed at how many I had heard before or recollected. And I was also amazed at how they say that similar stories literally go back centuries sometimes, back even into England, where some of these very similar stories and legends have been passed through the ages. And it was interesting. So it was a fun read, an interesting read. Those are the two books I wanted to share this week. Again, I share books to give you something maybe that you would like to read, or just to inspire you to go find something. Read for enjoyment, read for education, listen to audiobooks for the same. Just get out, and there's a wealth of information, a wealth of enjoyment in the books that are out there. No way you can read all of the books that have been published in your lifetime. So pick and choose the ones that you like the most. That's what I wanted to share today. Go to enjoylifesafely.com. Sign up for the newsletter. That'll go out tomorrow. Check out the blog posts that are being there. So I'm adding new blog posts to the website, working on new courses. Check out the free downloads, the courses that are already there. All sorts of good stuff. Enjoylifesafely.com. But get on that newsletter list. It will go out tomorrow. I'm going to say good morning to Thad. Thad's here and say good morning. Thank you, Thad. Appreciate you being here. And Dixon said, Chupacabra. I do not know what that means, Dixon. You got me on that one, but thank you for being here. I have to hop off and get some stuff done and get to my PT exercises. They are still hurting like a son of a gun, but I got to do them. So everybody have a spectacular Saturday. read a book, listen to a book, just go out and make great things happen. And I will see you tomorrow.